We put out a newsletter this week, either Wednesday or Thursday, and we got it in Amharic. I'll make sure you get it.
To Eትዮጲክ.com.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Awesome.
Now, these are the questions
Okay.
I have from the community and for those that are specifically going to be affected by the upcoming administration. I think this whole thing is about that, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So, what protections are being put in place to prevent family separation or assist families in case of sudden detentions or deportations?
Right. So here in Montgomery County, we have an executive order from back in 2019 when unfortunately we had to deal with this situation with the first administration of Trump that came in. And we feel really strongly here in Montgomery County that our residents, no matter their immigration status, need to be protected and supported. And so if someone comes and needs resources, whether it's assistance with housing, food insecurity, or anything else, we do not ask immigration status unless we need to have it for some type of federal requirement, but not for an immigration detention or anything like that. So we want to protect and help our residents here in Montgomery County. I would say that I'm very glad to be here today at this resource fair. And what I want members of our community to know is that the occupant of the White House may change come January 20th. But Montgomery County is not going to change. We are going to continue to work to be an inclusive, welcoming community. And that means being here for every member of our community. And so if you need something, please let us know. We are here to provide assistance, and we are going to be out in the community providing the resources and the information that you need.
What support is there in the county for the immigrant community, especially those undocumented, still waiting for their status? And
I mean, there's a lot of support. You know, what we've done here is brought together both county agencies and all the nonprofits who provide everything from clothing to food, assistance with getting shelter. We've got medical clinics to provide health care. So we have a lot of resources in the community, and we want to take advantage of this now and make sure people know what's here, because it's here and it's going to be here. This is one thing the administration can't take away from us, so we'll still be providing supports in our communities. But we're worried because if he closed down, for example, the Department of Education, or if he eliminates some departments right away in the FDA, we have a lot of county residents who are employees. We have a lot of county companies that work for the agencies and work on grants and do research for them. So it would ripple through the community directly through people who lose their jobs, but then through the contractors who lose their jobs because they lose their contracts. So we're very worried about that.
One last question is, to what extent are you willing to work with ICE?
No more than we did before. You know, we work, if they had people they were looking for who were involved in drug trafficking, sex trafficking, people who had committed violent crimes, we had no problem. We would work with them. You know, if we had arrested somebody, when their term was up, we'd let them know when they were getting out and they could take them away. I don't have a problem with that. But the low-level crime is not something we're interested in. Traffic violations, as long as they're minor, we don't want them treated any different or more severely than we would treat it if somebody who was, you know, a citizen made a violation. There are things that are really bad people do. We're not interested in protecting that. But the minor stuff, we're not looking for it. And frankly, ICE told us before that they were focused on real criminals. They were not focused on low level. Just being here is not enough for them to say we're interested in finding everybody who's here, but they're interested in finding people who are here who have been involved in, you know, real criminal activity. Whether Trump continues that or just does what he sounds like he's going to do, is go after everybody, that would be a real change in policy. We would not help with any of that.
That's all the question I have, but if you have a message to the community.
Look, you know, Montgomery County has a set of values we've been acting on for even longer than my term, going back to Ike Leggett's previous term. So there's almost 18 years of policies that are meant to, encourage people to feel safe here, to make people feel safe here. We're not going to walk away from that.
I'm going to add one more. I think
Yeah.
it's the last one, but now this is going to be your last term.
Yeah.
So what is the one accomplishment that you will be proud of by the time you are 2027?
I'm not even done yet. I mean, I think a couple of things, like the amount of affordable housing we've been able to build, and our capability now of building even more is something I'm really happy with. The rent stabilization law, which protects thousands of residents from, excessive rent increases. I'm really proud of that. I think we're going to make major progress this year on building out the transportation system we've been trying to do in this county for like 15 years or something. So there are things I think are going to come to fruition that'll make a difference for people coming after. And of course, my plan is to run for the county council so I can keep working on these things.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Thank you.